Hey everybody, Icon here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you some lines of sight on Hackney Yard. Now, what I want to show you are my search routes. So what I'll do in search and how to counter them. The reason why I pick search is because it's where these lines of sight are usually the most effective. They definitely work for respawn game types like TDM and headquarters and stuff like that, but they're kind of just most effective in search. So I'm going to split the map in half. I'm going to talk about the right side first, how I progress through the right side, and then the counters to it. And then I'll come back and I'll talk about the left side and the counters to it. So B side first, just because this is where I normally play. First thing that I'll do is I want to gauge how the enemy's playing. So I'm going to jump up on this dumpster, and if I step up on top of this wall, it gives me a little bit more line of sight. So this allows me to see anybody that might be camping this blue van. Now, it's a fairly cautious play, but I want to gather information. It fits the first round. I want to see where people are going to be. One thing I also might do here is just quickly throw a stun on B, just so I know if anybody's rushing towards B. So again, I can gather some information. If nobody's there or I get this kill or whatever, next thing I'll do is I'll move up to this next dumpster. And what this allows me to do is see this top spawn building back here. So this is kind of a super important or a super popular building people go in. They'll go and they'll sit in this window, they'll sit in this window, or they'll head glitch this corner up here. So this is a good way to counter this. If you run up here and you feel like you get a good jump on somebody, then go ahead and take the kill. If you immediately jump up and getting shot at, then I'll just jump down and I can stay alive that way. Just as a side note, if you want to stick around at the end of this video, I'll show you some actual clips of me succeeding in these positions from real games. I had a game where I went 24-6 in search the other night, so I'll show you some of those clips and how I kind of progressed through there. And then the last spot is if people are rushing, so if there's nobody in that back corner or up top, then you can hop on here. Now, be aware, this is a really popular spot. So I don't like to go here that often, but if I've checked all the other places, then maybe I'll check here. And this is also how I counter the other side. So I'll talk about that in a second. One last place is if you come up here. Now, again, doors kind of give you away. But in that back corner, this is a great way to get kills from people camping that back corner. You don't want to stand up here because then you're just opening yourself to more lines of sight. Open the door and back up a little bit, and then you can see kind of this last spot without being noticed. Do not open this door. You open this door, and now there are all these people that can shoot you no matter where they're at on this side of the map. So keep this door closed. Use it to kind of let you know where people are, but I would not go this way. Now, going back down here, as I progress through this round, if I'm here and there's nobody over here, or I get kills, or my teammates relay that people are at A, then the last thing I want to do is loop back where I started and continue around that way. If I'm here and I'm fairly confident that there's nobody else on this side of the map, then what I like to do is pop dead silence if I have it, and jump up here, and that's the only spot you have to worry about is right there. So from the top of the box over to this wall, I've taken shots before, but I don't think I've ever been killed by doing that. And once I'm here, what this allows me to do is get behind the flank of the other team. So last thing I might do is check down here just to make sure that nobody's looking over that way, because if somebody's down here and I jump up there, I'm going to get shot in the back. So I'll check this real quick, and then once you jump over and get up here, now you basically have the back. You have hit the flank on anybody that might be on A side. So I had a double kill to end around the other day here, where I killed somebody over here and I killed somebody back yellow up here. So you want to check those places along with this. So your progression should be checking in here, checking these back places. Then the real breadwinner here is if you come up here, you can see people camping this power position over top A, and people like to be on this scaffolding here. I hate this scaffolding, and I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you why in a minute. But this allows you to hit the flank of anybody that might be there. One other thing I might caution you is that if there's somebody up there and you can't quite get the kill, last thing you want to do is go here and jump down, because if there's somebody camping under this tarp, you are going to die. So if you're up there, by the way, this is an alternate route to get up there. If you're up here and you want to hit that flank, then just go down and kind of take this back route. Check bottom A right there, and then take this back route and go up, just because you're eliminating the amount of times you can be killed. So that's kind of my progression with B. That's how I would proceed if I'm starting from the very beginning and working through all the way to the flank progression. Now, if I'm playing middle map, I don't really like to play it often just because the lines of sight are super well known. If you hop up here and you camp this, you can be shot from up top, from people jumping over here, and anybody that might be running through these middle routes will see you up here. This is a little better up here just because you can eliminate some of these other positions. So if you head glitch this or you peek off to the right, you can see this top power position and a little bit as they would cross here going to bottom B. Now again, if I'm looking up top and somebody flanks through here down into our spawn through middle and it's not caught, I'm probably going to die. So I don't like this spot very often. You can use it sparingly. It's just not my favorite. And then the other position to watch top that is fairly well known is up here. Now again, the issue with this is most of the time these doors will be closed, right? So you don't have to deal with this too often. But again, the issue is that if I'm looking up here, I can't see people running underneath me. So I'm really exposed. I just feel like I have a good chance of being killed from up here as I'm looking at some of the random spots that are along the middle here. Now, there is one position where this is really good. If I move back to the right and I shield all that middle out of the way, if you have an LMG with a scope or a sniper or even an AR, and I look this way, now I can see top A. And this is one of the power positions over towards A-bomb. So if you're here, this is a great position because the only place you can get killed is from here, or if somebody pushes through these doors into our side of the map. But normally, if I'm looking here, I would have teammates over here and they would let me know that, you know, they've died or that there's somebody coming. So you can see top A, and it takes all of this out of the equation. So I like that spot. I don't necessarily like the other two. The last thing that you can do, so if I'm going towards A side, I'll start by going through this door and jumping on top of this awning. Now, you might say I'm just as exposed as if I were in the middle, but if you're in the middle, this is a very well-known place. Whereas if you're back here, people don't know it as well, and you can kind of control the engagement from back here. So if there's somebody up top, you could lay down. If you lay down, you take out this bottom spot, right? These people with the awning can no longer see you very much, so you take this out of the equation. So now we're just focused on up top. And if you need to, you can see this bottom awning place also. So this gives you a really good view into there. Now, if you want to look towards B, you can just jump on top of this truck. And now you can see top over here. And this pillar that's right here takes out a lot of the other stuff. So you can kind of play with this pillar. If I want to look towards B, my pillar can cover up A. If I want to look towards A, the pillar can cover up B. So you can kind of play with these as well. Last little thing that I'll talk about is if you're quick rushing A. So one thing is it's very popular for people to climb up this ladder, corner peek this, and try to get kills top A. Problem with this is that if I'm looking top A, my cursor is in the way. I can't see bottom A. So if somebody runs through bottom A and I'm looking right here, then they're going to get an easy kill on me. I can't see them and I'm very exposed, so I'm probably going to die here. What I like to do is I'll quickly just jump back on top of this truck. And what this allows me to do is it takes out all the other places, whether it's B, and remember, I'm doing this quickly, so it takes out this window and this flank as well. So if I'm up here, it takes out all of this other stuff that I was worried about from the middle and bottom A, and I can control the corner that I'm peeking to get people that are top A, right? So I can just very subtly peek this corner, and if I don't see anybody, I can look over to the other corner, but I can control how much of me the other team sees. Now, if somebody's going to be corner peeking this, they're probably going to be looking there. So if I have a sniper rifle, I can come out, I can peek this, get this kill, then hop back into cover, and then maybe change from there. So that's what I'll do there. If I go into A, then I like to come up here, and I'll try to just quickly sprint through this and get on top of these containers over here. I don't want to stay down there anywhere, just because if I'm down there and somebody's down here or up there, then it's basically a 50-50 gun battle. And in search, you want to try to eliminate that as much as you can. So I don't like that. Then it always gives you the potential to jump up here and get behind somebody that might be looking mid or somebody that might be camping down here or whatever. But if I go into A, that's the route I like to take. Last thing, I know there's a lot here to the attacking side, but if I'm going middle, I don't want to be like any in these spots because I can be seen from all over the place and there's a good chance I'll die. What I do like to do is come up here and sit in this corner. The only way that I can be killed is if somebody sprints through here and sees me before I see them. Not a lot of people that are flanking middle are going to look in this spot, so I like this spot a lot. And what you can do is it gives you the ability to kill anybody that's hopping up top B. If they go from this box up to top B, then they have to mantle and put their gun down. So if I'm here, I can get that kill very quickly before they even realize what's happening. And what it also allows me to do is kill anybody that might be flanking into bottom B. It's very normal for somebody, or it's popular for somebody to rush from this bottom awning into bottom B. So if I'm here, they're not going to see me and I can get this kill easily. Right, if they're here and they want to go bottom B through this door, they're not going to come here and check there right in the middle of the map when you're exposed like this, and then continue into bottom B. That's not how it works. So that's also a good spot. So I've covered the right side, I've covered the left side. Now let's talk about the counters to them. So if I want to counter top B over there, there's two ways you can do it. One way is to come here, jump up on the barrels, and go this way. Jump up on top of the roof, and then now we're up here. The problem with going this way is anybody that's quickly head glitching any of these spots is going to see you. So you're super exposed, and it's just probably not going to end well for you. So I would cut that out. You can get to the same spot by turning around, going through these doors, going up the stairs, and if I want to go up top, I can just jump through this window. You can't mantle on that side. It's too high, so get on the slanted part. I would mantle up here, and then now I'm in this position. So I got all the way up here without the chance of anybody seeing me or by being shot. So if I want to counter B, then I'll come up here, I'll run through this way, and then the first thing I'll do is I'll step on top of this windowsill. And the reason why is it allows me to get a better view on people that are camping on top of that wall. From here, I can't really see them. Maybe if I'm sniping with a scope, I can see the top of their head. But from here, I just can't see all that well. So what I'll do is I'll hop up on this windowsill, and now it allows me to see their body, and they're pretty exposed. But you might say you have a chance of being shot, which you do. But if you're a good player, you should be able to win this gun battle. You can get here before they can get there, and you'll already be zoomed in. So unless you choke your shots or don't hit your shots, you should win this gun battle fairly easily. Next thing I'll do if this becomes known is I'll come over to this window. People that are on the other side, if they're over there, the reason why they're there is because they're looking up top at this corner and at this windowsill. Hardly anybody will ever check right here. And not only does this give you an alternate viewpoint to these people, but it also gives you a viewpoint to that place in the back. So remember I said there were 3 dumpsters over there, that one in the middle. This allows you to shoot that dumpster as well. So this is another good spot. And then from here, you could always just come up, corner peek this, get these people. You can see top B here, but I wouldn't go out very far just because the further out you go, the more exposed you are and the farther you become from cover. So if I start getting shot, the time to kill in this game is so fast that I might not have the time to get back into cover. So by all means, you can use this to corner peek, but I wouldn't get too far out here. Other thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't really jump on here. Maybe if there was somebody on this back wall, it would help, right? Remember I showed you that first green dumpster that was right there. This might help there, but the problem with that is that now you're exposed to anybody that's over here, to this top side, to here, to all 3 of those spots. So again, you're just trying to limit the amount of places you can be shot from, and definitely don't go anywhere on the ground over here. If you're over here, they have the height advantage, they control the engagement, and you're probably going to die here. Just don't go that way. So one other thing that I'll show you from top B over here is that if I've determined they're back A, they're rushing, it's a hard A push, then what this allows me to do is to jump over. And from here, I can really go one of 2 ways. I can flank around the left, or sometimes I like to go through this door, then come to this top head glitch and just kind of check these progressions as I move along. If there's somebody on the catwalk, I can even jump out here and get these kills that way. So if you're flanking around towards B, that's kind of the route to take. Only other thing that I'll show you is how I play A. So if you're playing A, again, I'll come up here and I'll eliminate spots one by viewpoint. So I'm not going to come up here and just look at this person and be standing here, because it gives me the opportunity to be shot from all these other places. So I'll come here, I'll check this view spot. If nobody's there, I might peek over into the back over here. Then I might check this side of this crate, and then that side. But either way, I'm going to slowly eliminate the places I can be killed from, just because if I jump out, now I could have 10 barrels pointed at me and I could die pretty easily. So when I'm playing defense here on A or B, I come up here and I play fairly slow. Oftentimes, I'll just check back and forth just to kind of see where it's at. If I have a stun, I might randomly throw it at the bomb and just kind of see if anybody's on it, if I get anything. Notice, by the way, that I bounced it off this. So I bounced it off this awning so it would land near the bomb. If you just throw it at the bomb, it's probably going to kick into that corner. So I like to ricochet my stuns a lot. So this is how I'd play A. The other things that you can do, I don't like very much, but you can go top yellow over here. So top yellow, the problem with top yellow is you can kill people that are top B and flanking you through middle and the side. Again, problem with this is just that not that many people go there, so you're kind of wasting your time and you don't have a chance to kill. You can jump on top of this box, but again, it gives you the same thing that you had before, and now you're even more exposed to getting killed, so I don't like this either. What I do like, if I'm going to be aggressive, is I don't like to go bottom A because they have head glitches and you don't. So you're probably entering that gun battle at a less than 50% chance of winning it. So if I go up top, I know this is a spot that people like to look at a lot. But again, what I'll do is I'll do a process of elimination of places I can be killed by. So if I'm here, I'm going to check this crevice right here. Remember when I was on the other side, I showed you how easily you can shoot here. So I'll check this, and if nobody's there after a few seconds, then I'll look down here at these head glitches. If nobody's in this bottom tarp, then I'll peek out and I'll check the bomb, and these 3 head glitches are all kind of in a row. So this is really dangerous because people could stand behind this pallet, behind the blue van, and they could head glitch the bomb. So this is one that if I'm going over, I might kind of like corner peek it a few times just so that if somebody's shooting at me, I'm already moving back into cover. So from there, what I can then do is the last thing I want to do to check this top catwalk is to do this and check it. Because now I'm fully exposed in this window, and all of these people in here can kill me no matter where I'm at. So if I want to check this window, so I'm going from here to checking that window, I might jump across. And yes, they might see me, but I have just the confidence in myself that if I'm here and they're there and they're shooting at me, that I can peek out and win that gun battle. Will I win it every time? Probably not. I might even corner peek this again so I can see if anybody's up there and if they're shooting at me. If I do get tagged, that's fine. I'll just move back into cover and just heal before I go on from there. By all means, don't come this way. If you come through here, unless it's like a 2v1 situation or something like that, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anybody through here, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are multiple ways you can get shot at, and you're just standing out in the wide open. So don't go this way. Again, you might want to, if you haven't seen my Claymore video, I'll put a card on screen. It'll be down in the description below. But I might throw one of these guys down just like I did before, so that as they run through, they get killed by the Claymore. Only thing, last but not least, is if you're playing really slow, you can get on top of this catwalk. I don't like this either because you can't see the B bomb, you can't see the A bomb. The only thing that you can do is kill people that are super rushy through middle, and you know how many people are going to do that. So I might go here, but most of the time I won't. So that covers my lines of sight for A bomb and B bomb. Now, if you're playing respawn game types, feel free to use these as well. They work the exact same. It's all the exact same lines of sight, just use them differently for situations that arise. So if you're new around here and you like this video and you want to increase your map knowledge and your game sense in Call of Duty, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos in the future. If you are a regular around here, don't leave without leaving a like. And with that, thank you guys so much for the support on the most recent videos. I will continue to make them, and I'll catch you in the next.